The same thoughts, spun on an endless reel, become the bars of your perceived cage. You've felt it, haven't you? That internal echo chamber where desires become demands, and demands become evidence of their own impossibility. It's a loop. You believe you are thinking, but in truth, it is thinking you. Each repeated wish, each desperate affirmation doesn't build a new reality. Instead, it strengthens the grooves of the old one. The energy of "I want" reinforces the reality of "I don't have." This isn't just theory, it's the architecture of your internal world solidifying around you. And before we dive deeper, make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell. These revelations aren't random, and if this video found you, it was meant to. Now let's begin. You are not merely observing a thought. The thought is observing you, shaping the contours of your very awareness. The harder you grasp, the more slippery the desired future becomes, not because it resists you, but because your inner state mirrors its lack. This is the first, most subtle trap. What you perceive as your striving is often a ritual of reaffirmation for the current state. It binds you precisely to what you wish to escape. This paradox is the invisible hand guiding your reality. But what truly happens when your observation begins to alter the very fabric of what you see? Next, we unlock the power of observation as collapse, not imagination. You believe you're imagining a new reality into existence, but that's a gentle lie we tell ourselves. True power lies not in building, but in breaking. Every act of observation isn't a gentle suggestion to the universe. It's a violent, definitive collapse. When you bring your focused attention, your observer state, to any possibility, the other possibilities don't just fade, they cease to exist. They collapse. Your imagination is merely the rehearsal stage where you decide what to collapse next. It's far more brutal and beautiful than mere daydreaming. Think of it. The moment you choose a specific outcome, the infinite other paths available in that same moment wink out of existence. They are gone, annihilated by your specific focus. This isn't a wish, it's an irretrievable decision made at the quantum level of your being. This isn't about positive thinking. It's about the raw, untamed power of your consciousness to prune the tree of infinite potential down to a single, experienced branch. Reality isn't created by your imagination, it's forced into being by your observation. But who or what is doing the observing that shapes all of this? Next, we peer behind the lens at identity as the invisible camera. You carry an invisible camera, always recording, always framing, always filtering. This camera isn't your physical eyes, it's your identity. It's the sum total of your conscious and subconscious beliefs about who you are, what you deserve, and what is possible for you. This identity isn't just a label. It's the very mechanism through which reality is perceived and therefore collapsed. Every truth you hold about yourself acts as a filter, allowing certain frequencies of reality to pass through and blocking others entirely. You don't see the world as it is, you see the world as you are. When you repeat familiar failures, it's not the world conspiring against you, it's your invisible camera seeking out and focusing on frames that validate its pre-programmed settings. Your comfort zone isn't a place, it's a frequency your identity is locked onto, rendering consistent realities. The world outside you is an unformed, infinite potential until your identity's lens brings a specific version into sharp, undeniable focus. This camera never turns off, but what feeds its endless stream of footage, and how does it influence what you experience? Next, we unravel the intricate web of memory, the hidden renderer. Your memory isn't just a vault of past experiences, it's the hidden renderer constantly projecting shadows of what was onto what is. Each recollection, whether conscious or unconscious, reinforces the framework of your present reality. It serves as the deep background for your invisible camera. Every scar, every triumph, every perceived limitation is not merely stored. It's actively participating in the rendering process, dictating the textures and filters of your current existence. Memory isn't a passive archive, it's an active ingredient shaping the observed present. Think of it like a projector. What you experienced yesterday, last year, or in childhood is continuously being beamed onto the canvas of your current moment. This creates a relentless loop, a predictable landscape, until you learn how to recalibrate the projector. You might believe you're moving forward, but if your memory is perpetually rendering the same landscapes, you are, in essence, trapped within a familiar loop. It dictates what feels possible, what feels safe, and what feels like you. But what happens when this continuous rendering becomes an unbreakable cycle? Next, we explore the fixation trap. The fixation trap is where your identity's camera and memories collaborate to create an inescapable illusion. When you repeatedly focus on a specific outcome, a particular problem, or even a cherished desire, you're not moving towards it. You're becoming fixated on its current status. This fixation doesn't pull the desired reality closer, it cements the perception of its absence. The energy of wanting, the constant mental rehearsal of if only, becomes a powerful anchor, securing you firmly in the not-yet state. Your mind believes it's working, but it's only digging deeper into the present. Every obsessive revisit to a past failure or a future ideal strengthens the neural pathways that define your current experience. You are, in effect, carving deeper grooves into your personal reality, making it harder to slide out of the familiar pattern. This isn't about effort, it's about direction. Pouring more energy into a fixed point only reinforces the fixation. You become a prisoner of your own unwavering gaze. But what if this intense striving is actually counterproductive? Next, we expose the quantum cost of trying. You've been taught to try harder, to push through, to force the outcome. But in the quantum realm of reality creation, trying carries a hidden cost. Every surge of effort, every straining muscle of willpower broadcasts a signal of lack. When you try to manifest, you implicitly acknowledge that the desired reality is not currently here. This very acknowledgement, amplified by your emotional investment, becomes a powerful counter-manifestation. You are, in essence, manifesting the need for it, not the thing itself. The universe reads your vibration, not your words. A vibration of struggle, of striving, of resistance, only magnetizes more experiences that echo that same frequency. It's an energetic law. What you resist persists. What you push against pushes back. This endless cycle of effort and resistance drains your energetic reserves, paradoxically keeping you anchored in the reality you're fighting against. The quantum cost of trying isn't just fatigue. It's the perpetuation of the very state you wish to escape. What if the path to shift is not through effort, but through its opposite? Next, we delve into the micro-test, forget to manifest. To truly test the mechanics of observation, you must do the unthinkable, forget to manifest. Release the grip, let go of the needing, and simply allow the space to be empty of intention. This isn't about giving up. It's about recalibrating your fundamental relationship with reality. Choose a small, inconsequential desire, something you genuinely wouldn't mourn if it never appeared. Now, deliberately cast it out and immediately put it out of your mind. Don't check for it, don't think about it, don't wonder when it will appear. Just forget. This act of genuine release, of not caring about the outcome, does something remarkable. It disengages the invisible camera's fixation. It silences the memory renderer's constant update on its absence. It removes the quantum cost of trying. When you truly forget, you create a void, a moment of pure, unobserved potential. And in that void, the universe, unburdened by your insistence, can often deliver effortlessly. This micro-test reveals that active clinging is an illusion, but what are the subtle cues that reality itself is shifting? Next, we examine symbols as reality glitches. Reality isn't seamless, it has glitches. These aren't random occurrences, but symbolic markers, signals from the underlying code indicating shifts on the horizon. A recurring number, a phrase you keep hearing, a sudden surge of a particular animal, these are not coincidences. These symbols are fissures in your perceived reality, moments when the veil thins and a deeper truth peeks through. They are not to be interpreted intellectually, but felt intuitively. They are whispers from your higher self, pointing towards an emerging timeline or a dissolving one. When you notice a sudden increase in a specific symbol, it means that the energetic density around that concept is increasing. It's a sign that your observer is starting to resonate with a new frequency, and the universe is showing you the signs. These glitches are like breadcrumbs leading you through the labyrinth of potentials. They reveal that your current experience is not as solid as you believe, and that change is already underway beneath the surface. But what if these glitches reveal a deeper, repeating pattern? Next, we dive into why timeline repetition isn't random, it's observed. You've felt it, the strange déjà vu, the recurring circumstance, the same lesson arriving in a new disguise. This isn't random, this isn't fate. This is your observer repeatedly collapsing reality into familiar patterns because its underlying programming hasn't shifted. Each repeated timeline isn't a preordained destiny. It's a consequence of your identity's camera relentlessly focusing on what it knows. Your memory renderer keeps projecting the same backdrops, and your attention loops keep magnetizing similar events. The universe isn't punishing you. It's simply reflecting the entrenched pathways within your own consciousness. When you find yourself in the same situation, with different actors perhaps, it's a stark reminder that the observer hasn't moved. The external reality is merely an echo. This repetition serves a critical function. It's a glaring symptom that you are observing from a fixed point. Until the observer changes its vantage, the observed reality will continue to loop. But why does this repetition feel so slow to break? Next, we uncover the hidden mechanics of reality lag. Reality doesn't instantly snap to attention when your observation shifts. There's a subtle, frustrating delay, a reality lag that often tricks you into believing your efforts are futile. This lag is not a bug, it's a built-in feature of the system. Imagine trying to steer a massive ship. You turn the wheel, but the ship doesn't immediately respond. It takes time for the rudder to engage, for the inertia to overcome. Your current physical reality is that massive ship, laden with the weight of past observations. This lag is the interval between your internal collapse of one potential and the external manifestation of another. During this period, the old reality still has momentum, still plays out its final scenes, even as the new one is subtly aligning beneath the surface. Most people give up during this lag, mistaking the delay for failure. They revert to old observations, unknowingly canceling their new course correction. The key is to understand that the lag is an illusion of time, not a denial of your power. But what if the way to navigate this lag involves not knowing? Next, we explore intelligence as selective unknowing. True intelligence in this realm isn't about knowing more, it's about selectively unknowing. It's about consciously dismantling the certainties that hold your old reality in place. Your accumulated knowledge, your past experience, often acts as a straitjacket for new potentials. To unknow is to create space for something entirely different to emerge. It means releasing your grip on how things should happen based on prior collapses. It means allowing for possibilities that lie entirely outside your current framework of understanding. When you know something is impossible, you collapse all potential for its manifestation into that precise impossibility. Your knowing becomes a powerful filter, blocking out any evidence to the contrary. Selective unknowing is the act of consciously removing that filter. It's not about being naive, it's about being open, truly open, to an infinite spectrum of outcomes. This radical openness is a form of surrender, a dismantling of your own cognitive defenses. But how do you cultivate this state of unknowing without effort? Next, we delve into the forbidden art of passive collapse. You've been active, striving, trying. Now consider the forbidden art of passive collapse. This isn't about doing nothing, but about doing the kind of nothing that allows the universe to take over. It's about letting go of the steering wheel and trusting the current. Passive collapse means allowing your identity's deeply held assumptions to simply loosen and unravel, rather than fighting them. It's about witnessing the internal resistance without engaging with it, letting it dissolve into background noise. Imagine watching a sandcastle slowly erode in the tide. You don't push it, you just observe its natural decay. Similarly, passive collapse involves observing the dissolution of old beliefs and old attachments without judgment or intervention. This isn't apathy, it's profound trust. It's the understanding that the universe, unimpeded by your active interference, will effortlessly arrange itself according to your most subtle, unforced intention. This state of allowing is rarely taught, rarely embraced. But why are you encountering these hidden truths right now, at this very moment? Next, we face the compelling question, why you found this video now. You didn't stumble upon this video by accident. Nothing in this realm is truly coincidental, especially when it concerns the mechanics of your own perception. The reason you found this now is that your inner machinery has reached a specific threshold. You've likely been experiencing the looping patterns, the reality lags, the subtle glitches, with growing intensity. Your personal timeline has been nudging you, pushing you towards a deeper understanding of the forces at play in your life. This video appeared because your invisible camera is scanning for new input, your memory renderer is tired of the old scenes, and your unconscious observer is ready for a paradigm shift. It's a signal that your questioning has reached a critical mass. You are ready to hear these truths, to acknowledge the invisible forces shaping your reality, because your current identity is poised for collapse. The timing is precise. You are on the precipice of a fundamental shift, and this knowledge is the final catalyst. Make sure to subscribe for more videos and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new video. We'll see you in the next one.